YOLO! What's going on, everybody? You know what it is. We're back out here today. I wanted to come and I wanted to talk again numerology and gematria wise with you guys. Those of you that watch my videos, that follow my channel, you know I like to use the esoteric signs around numerology, gematria, and astrology to understand the world. Why? Because what we call reality, what we call woke culture, well, is nothing more than a culturally sanctioned and linguistically reinforced hallucination. Okay, you guys? And I do not say these things lightly. So I come out here to bring things to people in a very different aspect, a very different view on things. And with all that being said, we'll talk about. I did a video on the 21st of April, the day before the 22nd Earth Day. Okay, and we talked about in that video a lot of things revolving around numerology, gematria, and astrology. We talked about how April is the month of Venus. We talked about how today, the 26th of April, was the pink moon, okay? And then tomorrow, the 27th, is full moon for this month, all right? And we went over those things and how we talked about the 19th was the start of Taurus, the zodiac symbol. And we talked about how Taurus had matching numerology with Bull Run and also Earth Day and also Ripple, okay? We talked about how April 20th, the start of last week, which was Monday, Moon Day of last week, gave you a numerology of 86 and 42, tying you in to Ripple, among other things. We know what the 42 ties us into, those veterans in this space. And with all that being said, we'll really get started, and we'll go over some things that I wanted to touch base on today with you guys. And I guess, like I said, we'll start with today being the pink moon. Okay? And we know that pink moon gives us the 37 that tied us to Earth Day and the 44 that tied us to Earth Day as well, correct? We also see the 109, which sums to 19, that tied us back to Taurus, the zodiac symbol that started on the 19th of this month, okay? And we also see the 107. The 107 sums to 17, correct? Well, pink moon gives us 17 then, and we also know that today's date, April 26, 4 plus 26 plus 20 plus 21 gives us a numerology date of 71, which is the mirror number of 17, as above, so below. So today, on this pink moon day, on Moon Day, which is Monday, that's what Monday's really called, okay? Moon Day, we get a 71, the mirror of 17. So all these things, again, are tying in together. All right? We also know that we get a 17 in XRP as well, correct? When we use XRP and we use I'll go ahead and do it. XRP, we get the 17 when we use the cipher of the Jewish reduction cipher. We get the 17 in XRP, tying you to Moon Day or pink moon today, correct? All right. So we'll keep going there. We know that Ripple and XRP plan to put a dent in the universe when it comes to transitioning payments and moving money across the world using on-demand liquidity, correct? So let's type that in, right? Make sure we spell liquidity right. But when we type in on-demand liquidity and we use all ciphers we're going to get the 110 in reverse, full, and single reduction EP that tied us to the 11, because numerology, you drop the 0, it has no numerologic value, and you get the 11 tying you to XRP in the Serpentinary cipher 11. Okay, and if we just put in ODL, which is commonly known in the XRP space, we get the 14, the 15, and the 11 ciphers. 11, 14, 15, super match of 14, tying us back to XRP, correct? We know that XRP utilizes on-demand liquidity and the Internet of Value, the IOV, correct? And when we type in IOV, we get the super match of 17, tying us into Pink Moon and XRP as well, because we get the 17 in Jewish reduction in XRP, correct? All right, you guys. So let's keep going. And I'm going to talk actually about the Internet of Value and how it enables the world to move value like it moves information today. We're going to go over that in a few articles today when we talk about that and what it means and how it benefits everyone. Okay? So again, this is just a suggestion, but look for use case utility in cryptocurrencies when you look into them. Okay? But let's get back into this decode. Because we know that tomorrow, after today, is the 27th and the full moon. When we type in full moon, we get the super match of 36, which I found, and I mean, this is a complete super match. You've got 36 in 8 ciphers when you type in full moon. And I found it very, very intriguing that tomorrow's numerology date, when added 4 plus 27 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1, 4 plus 27 plus 2021 gives you 36. Okay? So full moon tomorrow on the 27th, full moon giving you 36. When you add tomorrow's date up, 4 plus 27 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1, you get 36. And I find that very, very intriguing. And which is why it would not surprise me if we see more movement one way or the other in the price charts in XRP tomorrow. You guys, XRP, when they talk about on-demand liquidity, it's always something, and they talk about putting a dent in the universe, causing the ripple effect. It's always something that revolves around water. And when we type in water and we use all ciphers, we get a 22 super match in numerology, tying us to the 22 in XRP that was a super match of XRP. You've got 4 or more ciphers reading 22 in both water and XRP. We know that David Schwartz and Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson and everyone else has said that they are the plumbers to this new financial system. Okay, so again, we're always talking about water. So it made me want to type in the word drops, because we know that XRP and its properties and context, XRP is measured precisely to the nearest 1 millionth decimal place, called a drop. Again, revolving around water. And they use on-demand liquidity, remember. And this drop can be measured to the millionth place. Remember that. So that's why drop is very important here. And in drops, we are getting a super match of 36, tying us to full moon and the numerology date added up to 36 for tomorrow, the 27th of April. You see the super match in 27 when you type in drops for the 27th of tomorrow, tying you in with the 36, okay? We also see the 72, and my veterans know who that takes you back to, okay? This is always scripted because of the Jesuits. We know the 22 in Ripple XRP and the 22 that we just got in water. We know 22 leads you back to Jesuits, and we also know that reset because we see the World Economic Forum calling for a great reset. Reset gives you 22. So some more extra for my veterans out there who are really, really interested in all of this. Okay? So again, we also saw the 72 in Ripple, correct? Boom. Jewish ordinal, I thought. Yep, Jewish ordinal right there, the 72. See how all of this is tying in together and how I believe everything, no matter how much we love it, is scripted. Okay? But we know that today, the 17 that we keep seeing because today's numerology date, 4 plus 26 plus 20 plus 21 gives you 71 as above, so below, which is the mirror date and number of 17. Today is the start of the 17th week of the year, Monday, Moon Day. We get Pink Moon, which gives you 107, which sums to 17, you guys. So, do you see why I believe in XRP and Ripple that they will facilitate this transition into this upcoming shift, this paradigm shift that we will enter into a new monetary financial system, and they will facilitate this. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm just saying, we know that we got the 42 the other day, tying us into Quantum Financial System, or better known as QFS, and you get the 42, correct? That tied you into Ripple XRP, and the 42 you get in the Chaldean Cipher, and the 56 you get that ties you back to the Society of Jesus. Okay? We also know the 22, it ties you back to Ripple. But that's why I do not say none of these things lightly. That's why I want you to come out and do your research to get invested in the greatest transition of wealth the world has ever seen. The evolution of money. And I say none of these things lightly. You know, I just wanted to share some more research that I found with you guys. And show you how I believe all this ties in together, and we'll go ahead and get into the news. Like I said, we were talking about how Ripple is unlocking the power of blockchain technology, and you cannot have blockchain technology without cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are the inner linings, the inner workings of blockchain technology. I do not believe they were meant for people. I do not believe they were meant for us. I believe that cryptocurrencies were truly meant for the robots, the artificial intelligence that they are moving us into. That's why they preemptive and predictively programmed us with the artificial age for the past 20 years. And we see that they're also creating an inclusive financial system. Again, Ripple is going to facilitate this paradigm shift. Okay? And they're going to accelerate the Internet of Value, the IOV. And we can learn more about going to Ripple and their story right here, and how they are going to enable the world to move value like it moves information today. Because believe it or not, we've never been able to do that. And I'm going to go into that deeply right here in a second because of, oh man. Well, I had Val Jester Locke's tweet, and if you guys don't follow him, I truly suggest that you give the Val Jester Locke a tweet. He is another Riddler in the XRP community space that is very, very good at what he does. But we saw his tweet earlier today, and it talked about when the internet went public in 1991, it was a worldwide thing. One computer isn't efficient without a network. When the Internet of Value launches soon, it'll be worldwide. Not here first or there first. It will be level. Again, where we heard a level playing field from. That orange guy. Let's fast forward 30 years to 2021, you guys, and we see the Internet of Value and what it means and how it benefits everyone. Our vision at Ripple, remember this is their website, our vision is for value to be exchanged as quickly as information. Although information moves around the world instantly, a single payment from one country to another is slow, expensive, and unreliable. In the US, a typical international payment takes 3 to 5 days to settle, has an error rate of at least 5%, and an average cost of $42 worldwide. There are $180 trillion worth of cross-border payments made every year, with a combined cost of more than $1.7 trillion a year. With the Internet of Value, a value transaction such as a foreign currency payment can happen instantly. Just as how people have been sharing words, images, and videos online for decades. And it's not just money. The Internet of Value will enable the exchange of assets that is of value to someone, including stocks, votes, frequent flyer points, securities, intellectual property, music, scientific discoveries, and more. You guys, this goes back to when I'm saying everything will be tokenized and moved to the blockchain, you guys. The biggest mistake that our parents, that people made in the 90s was thinking that the internet was a new channel, like the radio or like the TV, when in all reality, it was everything. It was the internet, radio, TV, everything all in one. And they are making the same mistake now. Our parents and people today are making the same mistake with cryptocurrencies. They believe it's an asset class. It is not just an asset class. It will become all asset classes. Cryptocurrency stocks, cryptocurrency equities, cryptocurrency real estate, cryptocurrencies, etc., etc. You see it right here. Do not make the mistake our parents made. And don't go out and kick your parents because they were never taught finance just like we were never taught finance, and it's not their fault. This asset class will swallow every existing asset class out there known to man today, and I do not say this lightly. It will make everything else become tokenized and moved to the blockchain. And I do not say these things lightly, and if you miss out on this opportunity, you will not ever get it back. We see right here from DJ Peter Voss, another great guy you can follow in the XRP community. He's talking about how JP Morgan prepares to launch and a managed BTC fund, a Bitcoin fund, which is crazy because for years, I thought we saw JP Diamond and Chase and JP Morgan and Chase and them with Jamie Dimon and them telling his employees years ago that he'd fire any one of them that was investing in Bitcoin, and he was talking garbage on Bitcoin, only later to find out that him and his company have allocated a ton of shares and investments into Bitcoin. At the same time, he was telling his employees he would fire them. And yet again, we see him getting involved in the cryptocurrency asset class, one of the biggest banks out there. And you're going to tell me, and no, I do not believe in Bitcoin, but you're going to tell me that cryptocurrencies aren't going to make it, that they're going to go somewhere. They're not going anywhere, period. And I'll share that link in case you want to see it. But you guys, I found this one to be from Crypto News 19 to be a very, very bullish article, and not because of what it says, because again, I use the esoteric signs around numerology, gematria, and astrology to understand the world. And when we look at this, we see, of course, the triangle pyramid of the all-seeing eye 119, which sums to April 30th, the 119th day of the year, remember? So April 30th could come into play right here. All-seeing eye gives you 119. That's on the back of your dollar bills, remember? We know that the quantum financial system gave you 119, and that QFS linked you back to Ripple and XRP. Just saying. But we see the very subtle pink in this picture launching today, the 17th, the start of the 17th week on Moon Day. Pink Moon gives you 17, and we see that this was dropped at 11:10 a.m., you guys. And we know that my veterans in this space that follow me know that the World Economic Forum is calling for a great reset, and that would cause a global financial reset, giving you the I gotta make sure it's spelled right. Sorry. Giving you in English Sumerian numerology, and the cipher, it gives you the 1110, the 111. So you see how I find these things so very important and intriguing when we take a look at everything that's happening in the world today and how it's presented to us. You can read it and maybe you'll understand half of it, or you can start to decrypt everything in the world that they put out there today. And I'm just saying that again, this all ties back to them Jesuit fucks. And I don't say these things lightly, you guys. We see a new discovery conference is taking place between Ripple XRP and the United States Security and Exchange Commission, the SEC, as part of their ongoing lawsuit against Ripple. Reports indicate that the conference is going to be about the SEC's attempts, remind you, unprecedented attempts to contact and acquire documents found from Ripple's foreign regulators. You guys, where do they do this shit at? Another bullish article showing you how big of a joke this SEC lawsuit is, and why I do believe that we will set precedent, we will set case law in this asset class out of this lawsuit, and anybody that ever has a problem will refer back to Ripple versus the SEC. Do your research. So again, you guys, that's all the news I've got for you, but we are going to spend some time on the price charts. Why? Because we have to, you guys. We've seen XRP pump upwards of 25% in the last 24 hours, and we're less than, actually. You know, we've been spending time on the 4-hour time charts. You know, a lot of people ask me why. Well, I'm not a day trader. I don't trade my cryptocurrency. I accumulate my cryptocurrency. I believe a long-term accumulation bag will be 10 times more profitable than someone who day trades and consistently pays the taxes on that. Miss me with it. So, as we continue on, you guys, we've been talking about the potential in XRP dropping because we've been in this trend line following these blue lines right here and the green heart line that I drew for you guys. And no, it's not perfect, but this is the pattern that we've been in. I've got the Bollinger Bands right here. You guys can see those as they disappear and pop away. The blue lines, I've got them just normally set. I'm just, just watching them on 20 and 2 right here. And we see some pretty interesting things. I see that, like I was stating last night, that the potential in the dip to 80 cents, the launch pad theory that's out there in this XRP community, well, it's looking like it was shrinking, and well, All of a sudden last night we seemed to break out of this triangle that we were being smushed into towards the upside. And I'm not saying that we can't pull back and get this great buying opportunity that would probably be the last in your lifetime under $1. Period. Do not say this lightly. You ain't gonna want to miss that. But we seem to want to be heading towards, well, I put right here $1.70. Why? Because as we look back in time, I've had this trend line that we were really following on the 15-minute time charts the most at the time, because we had just pumped up to $1.96. And I was hopefully thinking we could come back and show support on this trend line and keep going, which would have been, very good, but at the same time unhealthy for the markets and the price charts. So we didn't. We fell back through, and we gained support to look like we've double bottomed and tapped roughly 90 cents. Okay, you guys. So we see 90 cents here. We see 92 on these wicks. This is a wick. And you've got the full body close, and then you've got a long line that's very small. That's a wick. That's called a doji. We seem to have double bottomed around 90 cents, so right above this level of support. Again, not saying we can't pull back and touch it, because if we do, I'm not surprised. We could still easily roll over and fall on the backside of this trend line and touch 2 times, and maybe a third, or fake out on the third and head up. Just my prediction that could happen. But we are still climbing towards that $1.70 mark, which would numerology sum to 17, and it would put us right back above this trend line. So those are my 2 predictions that I'm throwing out there that we could see happening in the near distant future. What happens tomorrow on the numerology date of 36, full moon gives you 36, you guys. What could happen? We know drops gave you a super match in 8 ciphers of 36, and XRP is diversifiable to the millionth place in what are called drops. Remember that, you guys. So I'm not making no predictions that anything will happen. I'm just throwing out there my research and sharing it with you guys and how I understand these markets. Another quick thing I wanted to share with you guys before we got out of here: when you're thinking about investing in cryptocurrencies, this is just a thought. This is just an idea. As a good friend of mine might say, this is just a suggestion. You should always do your research, and you want to make sure these cryptocurrencies have utility and use case, and that they bring these to the table. Does the company with them that are partnered with them, do they have partnerships around the world that are aiming to solve real world problems that people face today? And do they have a strong network allowing them to accomplish this? Because these things do matter. Is this cryptocurrency that you're looking into, that you're thinking about putting your hard-earned money into, is it susceptible and weak to 51% attacks and hacks? Or does that crypto use too much energy? Does it consume too much energy? Because again, we see the narratives around the economy and building back better, and the Great Reset and the New Green Deal, or whatever around a greener economy. So you've got to play the narratives in everything you do in life. And is this cryptocurrency ISO 20022 compliant? All of these are very important questions when you ask yourself when investing in cryptocurrencies. You never invest more money than you're willing to lose. And you always get your initial investments back out and ride on the house's money. I do not say these things lightly, you guys. And by the way, Bitcoin, in my opinion, gives you and solves none of these that we just talked about. Who are you going to call in the middle of the night when something goes wrong with Bitcoin? There's no 1-800 number to call, no company behind them. You don't even know who the creator is. Apparently Satoshi Nakamoto. And they are based off of proof of work. They won't even show anyone in the world proof of work. They just tell you it exists. Again, a fairy tale dude who's created fairy tale pixie dust money that's hit $60,000 plus just to get one. So you invest in it if you want to, you guys. I'm doing just fine without it. But download your Coinbase right here, you guys. get started in earning free crypto for watching a few videos and earning money. Okay, you guys, it's that simple. That's the easiest way to get started. So download your Coinbase and set up your accounts and write down your passwords and your account names and your key phrases so you never lose access to anything you set up when you set up a BitTrue account. And don't forget, when you set up your BitTrue account, to make sure you do your verification process. You want to make sure that you're verified so that if you do see life-changing wealth, you're able to send your money to any exchange because you're already verified and able to sell on a dime. Alright, you guys, and don't forget about BitTrue doing their sensational summer giveaway of $100,000 worth of cryptocurrencies. You're going to want to be a winner. You're going to want to take advantage of that. Right there we see it. Summer special event. $100,000 in prizes. I know I'm signed up ready to win. I might not, but who cares? You could. So don't forget that, you guys. Make sure that when you buy cryptocurrencies, you move them to a wallet. You do not go to the bank and you do not get a withdrawal of your cash and leave it on the counter at the teller. You put it in your wallet or your purse, don't you? Download the Atomic Wallet. That's secure, decentralized, very important. Decentralization is so important in this asset class, and it's anonymous, you guys. It's used by over 1 million people around the world. Send your money to a wallet so it's somewhat secure. Look into buying a Ledger Nano S or a Ledger Nano X, which is a cold storage hardware wallet that you're going to want to make sure you buy off of the official Ledger Nano website and ledger.com. And if you ever get a ledger or a device that comes to you with the key phrase already written down on the piece of paper for you, you better get rid of it because that is a hacked device. Remember that. If you're a VeChain holder, because you know we are part of the VeChain gang, download your VeChain Thor wallet so you can hold your VeChain in what I believe is the most secure VeChain wallet, and you get passive income by getting airdropped VThor every day. And yes, you can hold your VeChain on Atomic Wallet and gain passive income, or the Garda wallet, but I like the VThor wallet. Download your Uphold, you guys. BitTrue, Uphold, and KuCoin are one of the only 3 places you can get XRP in the United States right now with this scam of a fucking lawsuit going on right now. You're going to want to take advantage of this. You're going to want to set up the process and get ready. Link your bank account up to it and be ready to buy crypto. Come on, you guys. I'm so bullish, you guys. I'm trying to get you invested in life-changing wealth, generational wealth. And I do not say these things lightly. And I'm not here to make just a little bit of money. I'm not here to cash out my profits this year. I'm here for 2025, 2028, 2030, and the years to come after, God willing. So remember that, you guys. And right here, last but least, you know I'm going to show you KuCoin, the only other place to get cryptocurrency XRP right now in the United States. Download these cryptocurrency exchanges, learn how to take care of your assets, and move away from a centralized and controlled system by the central bankers. You can become your own bank, and in the future you will be able to do your own loans and your own mortgages and your own finances, etc., etc. I do not say these things lightly. You better pay attention and you better do your research and you better join us in this evolution of money in this life-changing digital decade, you guys. With all that being said, y'all know how we're going to end it, you guys, with the bearable bull. Take care, God bless, and until the next one, you guys.
No thanks, Bridget Mo. See, I'm stuck in my ways. Dropping in with the juice on my cynic. Swear to God, get the fuck out my face. Out of it, killing, we clean them off. Till they finish, no eulogy. This is they've been missing. I raise them high. Been doing it. Perfect. Wanted to life my whole life. Could've gone back and be trite. Lot of good get caught in the fight. Notice it's in on my sight. Witness the witness, now off in the night. Catch as I'm pulling up. I'ma be hopping out with some. She take my bitch, she murder 'em. In the city, this is rock and roll. This big business, the people's on the out. Riding around the city. This is rock and roll. You see in this fine woman, don't wear messy. Don't embellish, just tell us we in. The strongest of men, catch us on the throne. Yeah, do it, do it. Yeah, happen on earth, I am curious. Yeah, I'm living, I'm rock till I'm gone. Nice, yeah. Don't embellish, just tell us we in. The strongest of men, catch us on the throne. Yes, happen on earth, I am curious. Yeah, I'm living, I'm rock till I'm gone. See just what you see in a life, searching in these streets. What I need, I'm on roll the dice. Demons, they will creep, on into I am God. Please watch over me, please watch over me. Heaven, tell them all. No justice, no peace, no dealing with trouble. Can't help this, I worry, mom. I hop off of the leash, here we go, drop the bomb. Ain't no thing in this world that can keep me from peace, but me. Miriam, look a star, animal. Think of myself on my sacrifice, look at the lights low. You don't know, my girl look pretty, she's sipping real low. I be my front on my tree and my roller, my cable precision, that to the set so. Already know. The devil was out and he's on to me, but my angels protecting my soul. In the city, this is rock and roll. It's big business, the people's on the out. Riding around the city, this is rock and roll. You see in this fine woman, don't wear messy. Don't embellish, just tell us we in. The strongest of men, catch us on the throne. Yeah, do it, do it. Yeah, heaven on earth, I am curious. Yeah, I'm living, I'm rock till I'm gone. Nice, yeah. Don't embellish, just tell us we in. The strongest of men, catch us on the throne. Yes, heaven on earth, I am curious. Yeah, I'm living, I'm rock till I'm gone.
All right, you guys. Take care. God bless.